Alright, so we've got the second inversion here of the fifth, which is 2, 5, 7, in an E shape, so it's E5. Alright, and that's the that's the cage shape that we do for the D minor shape right there, and it's all part of this humongous box that starts A with the root. There's your A chord. I talk about where you put your fingers is the chord, so you know where the action is. So there's your A shaped root chord. D shaped 4 chord, okay, is right here. D shaped 4 chord, and there's your 4 leading the way where the root of that chord, the relative root of that chord is, which is the fourth. And the E shaped 5 chord, which we were just talking about. And why is this one brought out here? Because the E shaped 5 chord is what you play, is the cage shape. You talk about the cage shape that's not all 3 pentatonic 1, 4, 5 chords in the key. Okay, so you could see this A, D, E is 1, 4, 5, right? So here, this would be the action chord is the 5th for the Phrygian. Up with the Dorian, it was the 4th. Okay, so you know, you see these similarities. They're all going to be the 5th. This is the C shape of the chord of the 5th. All right, so it'd be something like 5, 7. I don't know where that is. We'll have to move that out of the way. Let's stay where we're doing over here. So we got this D minor shaped E minor there, right? And we're going to play the E shaped 5th. That is that particular. That's not all 3. So where would that start? That would start on the 5th, because the 5th on the bottom, you know, pretty much defines your E shape. The tonic's going to be on the bottom string there in an E shaped bar chord. All right. So when we play this guy here, this E minor shaped, this is going to be the 3rd, the 7th, and the 5th. Okay, like that. I'm going to do an E pentatonic over there. Alright, so I wanted to hit that chord. Now that had a little more of a change to it, but when we stayed in the pentatonic box, the E5 pentatonic box, that sounded more like it, right? Okay, so that's what you want to be playing, because it gives you the home box of the minor shape chord. We'll do another one. We wanted to talk about something over here. So let's say we do Phrygian, another Phrygian is 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7. Okay, here it gives us a G minor shape, 3, 5, 7 right here, 3, 5, 7. That's G minor shape now. That's not G major shape. So just find your 3 first. I could do way down here, all right? And you know, because G always has the root chord or the relative root. 3 would be the relative root if you're talking about a G-shaped. Essentially, key of C would be a G-shaped E minor chord. E would be the relative root. Okay, so it's 3. We're gonna go. Couldn't get to the 7 though. Alright. What we're going to play over that is one pentatonic scale up, and with Phrygian it's going to be the 5th shape. So it's A shape 5, alright, which is right here. A shape 5 is going to go along with the G minor shaped, this guy. There's the G minor shaped Phrygian 3rd. Here's the chord that identifies that, and the box is going to be encompassing the 3 of them, so it has to be this guy up here. Alright, there's our A shape 5. Here's our A shape 5 right here. Okay, so that's most of the story right there. And you can look for other green chords. Okay, so from the A here, which would be the 5th, we can start on the 5th here and do this. Oh wait, we're down here. Sorry, start on the 5th here. All right, we're starting that A shape from the 2nd here. Okay, actually we should be starting it from the 5th. All right. To play this chord here, sorry, 2, 5, 7. All right, 2 is the 5th of the relative 5th of the 5th in the key that we're in. So that would start on the 2 there. All right, so we want to move along here. So the same thing's happening, you know, and with the Phrygian, you know, it's going to be a substitution of the 5th. Not a substitution, but an you know, a cage box that will encapsulate that minor. It'll be part of a cage box that's going to be a shape that has to do with one shape up on a pentatonic scale. So from E we go to G, and it's going to be the 5th. All right, with the Lydian, it's even easier, right? Because we have root. Okay, the Lydian's going to start on the 4 rather. So we're over here. Here's the root Lydian, 4, 6, root 4. Takes us into a nice chord here, into the root. For the G, this is for the minor, so we don't worry about that. That was for the green stuff, right? So for the Lydian, all we really have to do is look at, we're in a G4 situation here. Here's the tripentatonic. I know we wanted to zero in on one of these pentatonics. So for the 4th, we got a G-shaped root Lydian 4th. 4, 6 root. Okay, in the G shape. So it'd be in the key of C. Like that. And that, again, we saw that was the G. Alright? The 2nd is the relative 6th of the 4th. Okay? So we got this big humongous G chord. I have it on my guitar. This is one below, this is below your below your brain, right? Crazy stuff. Below your tuning. Unless you want to just down tune. But it'd be 2 whole notes. And you'd have to consider it a C instrument. It is a C instrument. You'd have to consider it down tuned C. If you play you know, then when you play your C down here, it would be down here. Alright, so that's why I can get that G shaped. And again, in the Lydian, it's a major triad. Alright, we're not